Good morning. Good morning, everyone at home and here in the room. Thank you so much for joining us for Triangle Center for Spiritual Living's Sunday morning meditation. So this morning's meditation is about opening our chakras and experiencing gratitude and abundance. So I invite you now to close your outer eyes and begin to arrive fully right where we are, leaving all the busyness of arriving behind us, all the thoughts of lists that we have to do, and arriving here in this moment now, the only moment that exists. To begin, we'll straighten the spine, placing both feet on the floor, and allow your hands to rest in your lap. Or, if lying down suits you better today, feel free. This is your time set aside for inward journeying and relaxation, so let's make the most of it. Really give yourself over to the peace and serenity that is always ready and waiting for you deep within. Let's take a few nice deep breaths, bringing your awareness fully to this moment. Begin to turn your attention and awareness inward. We will be moving through our chakras, so as I mentioned, each body part, I invite you to bring your awareness to it and relax it as deeply as you can. As you scan your body, if you encounter tension anywhere, simply use the power of your mind to melt it away, as easily as warm water melts ice. It is natural for your mind to wander, but our intent is to allow any thoughts to pass by like clouds with no attachment to them. If you find your attention drifting away from the present moment, simply refocus on the breath, and maybe with an exhale, blow those intrusive thoughts away. Starting at the top of your head, relax your scalp completely. Feel the skin of your forehead and temples relax. Allow your eye muscles to release, your jaw to soften. Let your ears, nose, chin, teeth, tongue, and gums relax. Now just let this peaceful feeling flow down your neck. Feel it soothe your throat and dissolve any tension on contact as it glides down to your shoulders, upper arms, forearms, wrists, and hands. Let this peaceful sensation of relaxation begin to fill your torso. Feel it relax your chest, giving your heart more room to grow, more expansive, more loving, giving, and forgiving. Soften your belly muscles and let this relaxation penetrate even deeper, releasing any tension from your internal organs. Now let it wrap around you, enveloping you in love and peace as it softens all the back muscles all the way down to the base of the spine. Continue to breathe in deep, fluid breaths. Breathe in health, happiness, and harmony. Breathe out any tension, toxins, worries, or disease, allowing anything that does not serve you to simply leave your body. Send this peaceful feeling into your hips and buttocks. Let it glide down your thighs, relaxing your legs completely as it flows down to your knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Allow any remaining tension from anywhere in your body to flow out your toes, leaving your whole body feeling very comfortable, peaceful, and relaxed. As we proceed to move through our chakras, remember that light is an energy source that travels in waves. I invite you to visualize this light as an energy. Continue to breathe deep, relaxing breaths, feeling your belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Notice how the air feels cooler as you breathe in and warmer as you breathe out. Now imagine a golden, glowing ball of light about a foot above the crown of your head. On an inhalation, breathe that light in through the top of your head, through the center line of your body, right down to the tailbone. On the exhale, breathe that light back up the way it came and out the top of your head. We'll do this 3 times to begin to balance and align your chakras. Golden light entering on the inhale, back to hovering above your head on the exhale, like a whoosh. Begin to focus on your root chakra at the base of your spine and visualize a vibrant, red, glowing ball of light, or if you prefer, imagine a red crystal or flower or fruit. This chakra brings health, security, and dynamic presence. Feel it empower you as it connects you to earth energies. You're radiating power and vitality. Breathe the color red in and out and see yourself living your healthy ideal, feeling happy and grateful for radiant health and boundless energy, weighing your perfect weight with a strong, balanced immune system. Feel how good it feels to have all the energy you need to do all the things you love to do. You feel so grateful for this magnificent body that moves so freely and well, your perfect vehicle for your earthly existence. Feel yourself healthier than you've ever felt before. Now let this vibrant red chakra continue to glow and spin as you move up to your sacral chakra, located between your root chakra and your navel. Here, see a radiant, glowing orange ball of light. This chakra holds the energy of money, power, sexuality, and creativity. Breathe in a rich, beautiful orange color and feel it bring the gifts of being happy, enthusiastic, sexually fulfilled, prosperous, and abundant. See yourself experiencing your measure of true wealth on every level, being grateful for the abundance in your life now, and imagine richness flowing to you in expected and unexpected ways. Let this chakra continue to glow and spin as you move up to your solar chakra, located a few inches above your navel. Here, see a beautiful, sunny, yellow, glowing ball of light. As you breathe in a vibrant yellow color, feel it expand your joy, self-worth, and personal power. See yourself successful and deeply fulfilled in your occupation, whether a job or a creative endeavor. Feel the glowing yellow chakra empower you as you move up to your heart chakra at the center of your chest. Here, we visualize a beautiful emerald green glowing ball of light. This is the chakra of love for yourself and others. Let it glow, bringing gifts of compassion, self-acceptance, and the ability to love deeply. Breathe in this emerald green light and let these feelings expand, seeing yourself living in perfect harmony with everyone in your life. Let it fill you with gratitude for this opportunity to live in this world. Feel your heart swell with compassion and forgiveness for yourself and others. Now let this chakra continue to glow and spin and gently move up to your throat chakra, located at your throat. Here, we visualize a beautiful cobalt blue color of light. This chakra enables you to communicate with truth and wisdom and express yourself with confidence. Breathing this blue light in and out, see yourself happily expressing your uniqueness through a creative outlet you enjoy, such as singing, dancing, crafting, painting, playing a sport, anything you do for fun. Let this chakra continue to glow and spin and gently move up to your third eye chakra, located at the center of your forehead. See a beautiful, deep, purple-colored glowing ball of light. As it glows, it expands your imagination, psychic abilities, inner knowing, and wisdom. Feel fully supported by the universe as you pursue your personal growth goals, happily following your highest path. See yourself living your ideal in the personal growth area of your life, whatever that means to you. Now, let this purple light continue to glow and spin as you gently move up to your crown chakra at the top of your head. This is the chakra of spirituality, thought, and service to others. Breathe in white, gold, or silver, and let this chakra glow as it brings divine inner gifts of self-knowledge, spiritual connection, and bliss. See yourself living in wisdom and awareness, surrendering to divine love, joyfully contributing to the world in the way most meaningful for you. Let this chakra glow and spin as you bring your awareness back to the golden glowing light above your head. Watch as it transforms into a golden bowl. Now, breathe it in through your crown chakra to your third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar and sacral chakra, right down to your root chakra. On exhalation, breathe it back up the way it came. As it passes through each chakra, see the bowl filling with glittery flecks of light representing the gifts and attributes of each one. Now, visualize this beautiful golden bowl above your head once again, overflowing with sparkling light energy. This is your unique bowl of shimmering light, all the colors of your chakra energies available to you always. As you tip the bowl, allowing the sparkling light to flood over you, bathing you in all of this energy sourced from within. As we move into music meditation, allow yourself to be enveloped, held in this peaceful state, visualizing all you desire coming to fruition, all the joy, love, peace, perfect health, abundant wealth, quiet knowingness, and intuition, all right here, right now. meditation for this morning as we go into our day, into our week, into our holiday season is that we expand the light that we are, that we bring it into every location where we are, expanding it outwardly to whomever it touches, wherever it touches. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for our meditation, and we hope that you'll stay tuned for our celebration service at 10:15. Thank you.
Happy Hanukkah.
Welcome to the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. Whether you have chosen to join us here at 4 Points this morning or you have invited us into your homes, we're very grateful that we are here together as a community. So thank you all so very much. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Dusty Ripplemeyer, and I have the honor and the privilege of being this community's spiritual director. We're part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. And at Centers for Spiritual Living, we believe that there is one power and presence. One power and presence, the creative energy back of everything that there is, seen and unseen. We believe that we were created by this power and presence, and that we were created in its image and likeness. That because God is creative, then we are creative also. And we have been creating the experiences of our lives since we arrived on the planet. Sometimes we do it consciously, sometimes we do it unconsciously. And so we come together as a community to support each other as we walk this spiritual path, to remind each other when we have fallen astray or unable to remember that we are all united by that golden thread of God's stuff, that we are all the divine in human form, and that we really have the power that created the universe behind us. We are one with God. And so we're very glad that you're here, because I feel your presence, even if you might not be in the room. I know you're there. And so we're very grateful that you've joined us. So in the spirit of honoring all faiths, Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Now, the word Hanukkah comes from the Hebrew language meaning dedication, and it's observed for 8 days and 8 nights. It's also called the Festival of Lights by some, and it began this last Thursday on December 7th, and it runs through nightfall on Friday, December 15th. Now, it is a celebration whose history dates back more than 2,000 years. Back 2,000 years ago, when a group of people called the Maccabees reclaimed their holy temple in Jerusalem when they overthrew the Greek kingdom that had taken over the land and had banned them from being able to really practice and worship in the way that they wanted to worship. Now, once the Maccabees had gained control, then they returned back to the temple in Jerusalem. And when they got there, they realized that it had been really defiled by being used for worship by these foreign gods. And so they were determined to really purify the temple by burning in a ritual the temple's menorah for 8 days. But to their dismay, they found out that there was only enough oil for 1 day. They lit the menorah anyway. And to their amazement, the small amount of oil lasted for the entire 8 days. It was proclaimed as a miracle, as a gift, or as a blessing by God. Now, if we take the story of Hanukkah literally, then it becomes just about one group of people and about one event. If we take it literally, it becomes about one menorah and the miraculous ability of it to stay lit for those entire 8 days. However, the bottom line is that Hanukkah has really profound spiritual meaning, and that it is celebrating the emergence of light, or the re-emergence of light, should I say, in a time of darkness, of freedom in a time of tyranny, and of hope and rededication in a time of despair. So happy Hanukkah to all of our Jewish friends, and for each of us to remember to celebrate the returning and the reemergence of the light, of freedom, and of hope and rededication. Happy Hanukkah, everybody. So today's flower dedication is in honor of all the men in our TCSL community. Now, while our membership and the Practitioner Corps and the Leadership Council are predominantly women, we want to take this moment to show our gratitude to the men of TCSL. We're grateful for those that we see on camera, Reverend Andy Ross, Reverend Tom Pittman, and Reverend Jim Rigsby, and by the musical talents of Sandy Hemingway, Miles Costin, Dave Youngman, and Mark Daly. We love having each of these wonderful men contribute to our Sunday celebration services. We're also grateful for the many men who serve our community in supporting roles, those that you don't always see on the camera. Tashawn Shockey has served on our Leadership Council for many years, spoke for a Wednesday evening service, and always helps Sunday counting collections and restoring the room. Thank you very much, Tashawn. John Carnes volunteers to serve monthly, coming in early to set up and assist as needed for our Sunday services. He also served for many years in our former youth and family program. Thank you very much, John. Larry Shockey, who spoke for our Wednesday service, always helps to restore on Sundays and was a big help during our recent bazaar, where he came in early and stayed to the very end, assisting with whatever was needed. Mark Daly served, absolutely. Mark Daly served many years in AV and this year co-hosted a Gourmets for God event. Vincent Jenna brought his gifts to our Wednesday services this year and also facilitated a Sunday afternoon workshop, co-hosted 2 Gourmets for God events, and donated a session for our silent auction fundraiser. Bill McDonald served many years in our former bookstore and was a vendor at our bazaar. Thank you very much, Bill, if you're out there watching. Ed Krupa spoke for a Wednesday service and co-hosted a Gourmets for God event. Thank you, Ed. Joe Nowak co-hosted a Gourmets for God event, and Rick Kane co-hosted 2 for. Our talented musician Miles Costin also co-hosted 2 Gourmets for God events and was a vendor at the bazaar. Martin Lundwell comes in early every Sunday morning to help set up, stays late to restore, and has been serving as a much-needed addition to our AV team. Thank you very much, Martin. Les Thornberry has served as a Sunday volunteer. Thank you very much, Les. We want to acknowledge our newer congregants who haven't hesitated to jump in and help out, Matthew Canas and Tyson Quander. Thank you very much to the 2 of them. And to those who also bless us with their presence and support, Barry Sims, Kevin Kaler, Stephen Freed, Roy Boyd, Carl, Ron Williams, Chris Shue, Casey Callinan, Edward Krupa, Kennard Blake, Madison Sugg, David Presley, Bobby Taboda, Cliff Ross, Tim Ross, and Peter Throitz for his many years of website support. In this season of gratitude and celebration, we acknowledge the presence of and contributions of these men, as well as any that we may have inadvertently missed. Hold your hands out to the men and repeat after me. We see you. We see you. We know who you really are. We know who you really are. We're grateful for all that you have contributed to our community. We are grateful for all that you have contributed to our community. And we love you. Thank you. Speaking of thank you very much to the lovely Michelle Love for her beautiful meditation that expanded the container that our service will unfold within. Thank you very much, Michelle. And let's please welcome her back to the podium.
Thank you, Dusty. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So our theme for the year 2023 is Living Out Loud. Our theme for the month of December is Living as Wholeness. And Reverend Andy's message today is Seeing the Good in All. Yes. I am now going to read this community's purpose statement. This is our reason for being here. Our purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower individuals to experience themselves as unique and individualized expressions of God, the love intelligence that governs the universe. We are committed to not merely a theoretical understanding of our oneness and unity with God, but to consciously practice this truth in our everyday lives. Through celebration, service, study, and fellowship, we are committed to the transformation of our personal lives into being a powerful and beneficial presence on the planet. With the energy of unconditional love, simply, we are here for God. And so it is. I will now ask that you close your outer eyes, turning within, opening your heart and mind as you allow the healing sounds of the crystal bowls to simply wash over you.
The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living honors the diversity and threads of truth that run through all spiritual paths, as represented by this ceremony. Please welcome Susan Robinson and Rebecca Figueroa, who will be assisting us this morning. Christianity is the path of Christ consciousness, love, and forgiveness. Buddhism is the path of compassion and understanding. Judaism is the ethical path of living by sacred law. Baha'i is the path of unity and peace. Islam is the path of submission to the will of God, the highest calling. Confucianism is the path of deliberate tradition. Taoism is the natural way, the path of ultimate reality. Native American practice and shamanic traditions are the paths of primal spirituality. Shintoism is the path of tribal ancestry. Hinduism is the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. Science of mind and spirit is the path of the divine principle of love and law. And the heart represents the one heart, the one love that resides at the center of all people and all beings everywhere with no exceptions. May peace prevail on earth through the followers of all paths. And so it is. Thank you both. I now invite you to turn within once again, closing your outer eyes if you are comfortable as I speak a word of blessing for today's service. I'm so grateful in this moment to recognize that one spirit, that one power, back of all of creation. I know that source as infinite love, infinite intelligence, infinite wisdom. I know that I am one with all of that goodness, that there is no separation between the one power and who I am. I know that I am having a human experience even though I am a spiritual being. I know that is the truth of me as I know that is the truth of each sentient being on this planet. We are all connected by that golden thread. I'm so grateful to know that truth, to know our oneness. I bless this service today, this Sunday celebration service. So grateful for this beautiful community that we can gather together this misty North Carolina morning to smile and hug one another. Grateful for Reverend Andy Ross as he comes forward with his message today. So grateful for the wisdom and love that he is in this community. So grateful for our senior minister, Reverend Dusty, for the love that she is and shows to us. I'm grateful for Cindy Johnson for the amazing gift of music that she brings to us. I'm grateful for Ava in the AV booth, sharing her talents with us today, allowing us to be seen and heard online. I'm grateful for Michelle Love for her presence in our community, for her beautiful meditation this morning. And I'm grateful for our volunteers today, Amy and Martin and John and Diane, setting up the room and staying late to restore it. So grateful for their gifts of time. And I'm grateful for our entire community, for each person that gives of their time, talent, and treasure to make our community what it is. And I'm grateful to Sweet Spirit for that love, for that comfort, for that support. I speak these words with so much gratitude and ask you to anchor this with me by saying, and so it is. The reading for today is from Rilke's Book of Hours. He says, "And yet, though we strain against the deadening grip of daily necessity, I sense there is this mystery. All of life is being lived. Who is living it then? Is it the things themselves? or something waiting inside them, like an unplayed melody in a flute? Is it the winds blowing over the waters? Is it the branches that signal to each other? Is it flowers interweaving their fragrances, or streets as they wind through time? Is it the animals warmly moving, or the birds that suddenly rise up? Who is it then? God, are you the one who is living life? And now, please join me in welcoming our wonderful musician for today, the effervescent Cindy Johnson.
Thank you. When I watch the news, it makes me cry for all of the anger I see. So many souls believing the lies that hatred is all there can be. So I take the chance to offer my prayer, to whisper the truth. And I believe today is the day that my message gets through. That we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend. We are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born with God's name. So the question becomes, where do we start? How do we heal so much pain? The answer is clear. We open our hearts and love wash away every stain. 'Cause peace in our time begins with a smile, with one open hand. And when we teach by example, the world is sure to understand that we are all children of the God of love, and we are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend. We are really the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born with God's name. Sometimes it seems so futile to try, so useless to dream. But remember, the power of creation lies in what we believe. 'Cause we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments Prince of Peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend. We are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born with God's name, with God's name, God's name.
Thank you.
How am I going to lean on this? No head! I guess technically it'd be like. Cindy, you did it. You did it. Let's clap for her again. The reason I say that is because I texted Cindy, or she texted me earlier in the week, and she asked, "What are you talking about so that I can plan some music?" And I was like, Then I sent her like a paragraph, not even a paragraph, a sentence, a very kind of ethereal, mystical sentence that could mean anything. And after the sentence, I texted her again, and I said, "Did that help?" And she responded, "A very little bit." But you did it. That was perfect. That was perfect. So in my day-to-day existence, in my life as a chaplain at a hospital, I spend most of my time asking the question. Sounds good? The question, how you doing? You'd be surprised at how much you can receive from somebody by just asking, how you doing? Sometimes it takes 3 tries. I've noticed 3 is the magic number. The first time you ask, how you doing, you get the automated response. Thank you. I thought I was talking, but I guess you know what we're talking about. Yes, that's it. The automated, how you doing? Fine. Yes. But then if you keep going and ask again, you get the pause and then the automated response. How you doing? Fine. Then it's more suspicious, like, do you really want to know? And then the third time you ask, how you doing? You get the answer. And the answer comes in so many wonderful ways, so many human ways. How you doing? I'm a bit tired today. It's been a long morning, but I think I'm doing okay. How you doing? Well, I'm kind of hungry. How you doing? I had to put my dog to sleep last week. How you doing? Well, my grandmother's in the hospital. How you doing? Well, the kids are going crazy. That's me. That's my answer. So how you doing prompts so many human answers. And I find that the human condition is bright, beautiful, dark, ugly, just like life is. And yet, no matter what answer I receive, there's this underlying mantra. When you start thinking about things, you notice things. As I'm thinking this week about, is life actually good? Something my mother, she's here, says to me just rang in my ears, something I never really noticed before. No matter how she's doing, she always ends our conversation with this: life is good. Your mother, your father, and your brother, pause. Life is good. Or your father, life is good. And I guess I'd never really noticed how powerful a mantra that is. Life is good. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Life is good. Mantras must resonate. Om Mani Padme Hum is the mantra of the Bodhisattva of compassion. Do I know what it means? No. But it resonates. Om Namah Shivaya. My favorite mantra is the mantra of Shiva. Oh, the sacred name of Shiva. Do I know what it means? No. But it resonates. Life is good. Resonates with me. No matter what I'm going through, life is good. Resonates. But is it true? Is life I'm so glad one person got them. No one ever gets that. The but. No one ever gets that. Is life actually good? The first line of Cindy's beautiful song was, I watch the news. Have y'all watched the news? I don't, because life ain't good on the news. How many terrible things can we find to fill this hour? You know? If we haven't found anything yet, like, well, I'm sure a kid fell and scraped his knee. Tonight on ABC, kid falls, scrapes his knee. Something bad has got to happen. And I got philosophies about why the news does that. It's not good or bad. It's just what they do. And so it makes you wonder, is life actually good? Violence, war, poverty, racism, sexism, all the other isms? Is life actually good? There doesn't really seem to, I'm not going to get there. Don't jump ahead. Yes, it is. Well, fine, let's go home then. Is life actually good if all the evidence seems to the contrary? If all this crap is happening in the world, how can I actually say that life is good? Well, did you know that there are actually theological arguments for this? It's called theodicy, the problem of evil. Theologians for centuries and centuries have been wrestling with this problem. How can I feel that life is good deeply in my soul and it not be out here? But the funny thing is about these theological arguments that I'm going to share with you, yay, Sunday morning, theology morning, is that none of these arguments are arguments for the fact that life is good. All of these arguments are for the fact that life ain't good, and here's the reason. Argument number 1. You ready? Are you ready? I'm excited. Argument number 1, we could call the free will argument, or we could call the karma argument. Life ain't good. Why? Because of you. I'm sorry. Life ain't good, and it's your fault. Because you have, one side of it says, you have free will. You have choice. And you make choices all the time, and a lot of those choices kind of suck. And so the life really ain't good, and it's your fault. You could also argue this from the more Eastern Hindu side and say, well, it's karma. You do bad shit happens. You do more bad will happen. If you actually started doing some good might happen, but you don't want to do that. I don't want to eat these cookies. I'm getting fat. But they're so good. They're so good. That's a personal thing. So the first argument says that life is actually not good, and it's your fault because you're making choices that aren't good. Life out here may be okay, but you're creating a life that sucks. I don't know if that argument really works because, and some people actually argue this, Katrina comes, the hurricane comes, Katrina comes in and knocks out Louisiana. Some preachers in Louisiana said, well, Satan and you make bad choices, hurricanes come. That's what happens. See, it's all based on that argument that we create life. I don't know if it works, but, that's the argument. Argument number 2, you ready? This is very exciting. Argument number 2, based on argument number 1, but argument number 2 says, life used to be good. It ain't anymore, but it used to be good. We could call this the argument from or the fall. At one point in our history as a civilization, as a human race, or as something in creation, life was actually good. And then something happened to life. There was a fall. In the story of Adam and Eve are chill, and it's actually Eve's fault, but, I don't want to get into that. They go to this tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and God says, don't eat that tree. I put it here, but don't eat it. And they eat it anyway, and all of a sudden they see life differently, and they're able to make choices and decide what their life is going to be, and then the fall, kicked out of the garden, and now pain during childbirth or something. That is the fall argument. It's also the Buddhist argument that life is suffering. Why? Because of your mind. Life is actually not bad at all, but as we've developed self-consciousness, as we developed choice, we've developed suffering. That good and bad actually is in here. This is all fine. This is not. Reason number one, it's all your fault. That's my favorite. Reason number two, it was fine, and then something happened, and it's all your fault. Reason number three, which I think is the simplest reason, it's the scientific materialist reason. Life just is. Why do people kill? Because they're people. Why do hurricanes destroy? Well, because they're hurricanes. Why do stars explode? Because they're stars. That's what they do. So the argument goes that, well, life really is not good because life never was. This is just life, and it is what it is. Those are the three arguments. And I could leave you with that, but that's kind of depressing. So none of those arguments actually say that life is good. All those arguments say that life ain't good, and those are the reasons. Dramatic pause. But what is interesting about those arguments is none of them actually get to the root. None of them actually ask the question, is life good? And what do we mean by that? I find that happens so much of the time. You ask me, Andy, and I say, yeah, what's up? Is life good? And I say, life is good. You say, explain. How would I explain? Well, first I tell you what life is, and then I tell you what I mean by good. See, if you want to actually ask the question, you got to ask the question. You got to get into the specifics. Life is good. Say it with me again. Life is good. Even after all that stuff I just said, it still feels good. Why? What do we mean by life, and what do we mean by good? Life. What is life? Life is an experience. That's all we know about it. We are experiencing life. Right now I'm experiencing you all looking at me. I'm experiencing my thoughts, judging why you're looking at me, and judging and asking, how is this going? I'm experiencing hands touching plastic. It's plastic, it's not glass, it's plastic. I'm experiencing light. I'm hearing air. I'm experiencing life. That's what my life is. My life is my experience of the world via this vehicle, via this body, via this mind. That's not life. That's my life. This is how I experience life. And everything I could ever know is going to come through this experience. Life, on the other hand, goes deeper than that. Because my mind and body are a part of this life. Therefore, life itself is a deeper experience. Some would say, I would say, that life is God experiencing life through me. Life is an experience of the one through the many. Life is an experience of the one through the many, through you and me and trees and hurricanes and violence and poverty and all the things in life. Life is an experience. Why? To experience. God experiences life in order to experience life, in order to express itself as something other than itself, because God can't experience itself as anything but life. Because God has no parameters. God has no boundaries. How do you experience something with no boundaries? You can see like God in the beginning going, what is this? What am I? Poof, life. I am life. What is life? Life is the experience of the one in the many. What is good? What is good? Good means it's beneficial to the one experiencing it. Is my life good? My life. Well, if it's good, if my experiences are beneficial to me. If my experiences are beneficial to me, then I would say that my life is good. And my life is pretty good. It's a judgment. My life is pretty good. But to say that life is good is to ask, is life itself beneficial to the one experiencing it? Well, let's go back. Why does God experience life? In order to experience life. Therefore, every experience is beneficial to the one experiencing it. I've never experienced death before. I wonder what that's like. I've never experienced pain, poverty, or suffering before. I wonder what that's like. God has no word for this, meaning to break things into parts. Judgment. Let's just say that. God doesn't judge. God just is. What? Duality. Yes. God has, thank you, no duality. God just is. God just experiences, and every experience is beneficial to the one experiencing it. It's not all pleasurable to the one stuck in the body. It's not all pleasurable. I have a slight cold. How's that? It's great. It's great. Thanks, God, for bringing me this cold. This is just lovely. I guess I can learn from it. Learn from adversity. If the Cowboys lose tonight, I'll say, well, it's good for my character. I've had a lot of character over the years. So no, life is not always pleasurable to you. Your life is not always good because you don't always judge it as good. But life is always good. Say it with me. Life is good. Okay, we were going to do that one? That's the mantra we're going to do? Okay, let's do it again. Life is always good. Ooh, that's even better. Life is always good because life and everything in life is beneficial to the one. Now, if we start to hold on to that, if we start to resonate deeply with that, then we go back to those arguments and we realize there's a lot of wisdom there. Ooh, didn't know I was going to go back there, did you? No, nothing is wasted. We're going to recycle those arguments. The free will argument. Well, if life is always good, then all the free will argument, all the karma argument tells me is that my choices matter. Life is not bad because of my choices. Life is always good, but my choices matter. I'm going to choose to live life this way. I'm going to take all that I am. I'm going to direct my vibrations in this direction. I'm going to live the best life I am able to, knowing that life is good no matter what. And when life is good no matter what, it gives me a platform to accept everything that comes to me and choose how to live based on that. Tomorrow, something really negative might happen to me. It might. It might. And life will still be good, and I will make a choice based on what life gives me tomorrow. But life will still be good. Number 2, the fall. Something's different. Something's different about the way human beings live life. Something's different. Something's different. What's the Buddha trying to tell me? Because if life is always good, then where does the bad come from? Here. So if life is always good, yet my life is sometimes bad, is something in the my that's making it bad. Who's to say it's bad to have a cold? It don't feel good. Is it bad to the virus? Yes, little virus. You get in there and you just cuddle up and you just give it. But if life is good, I can choose to act in a certain way, and I can accept that the badness, because life is good. Then when my life is bad, it's because I'm considering it to be bad. And that, again, affects my choices. I can wake up in the morning, I can say, well, it's early. I don't necessarily want to go to work, but you know what? Life is good. and I'm going to go to work and I'm going to do the very best I can. I'm going to take this body with this virus and I'm going to do the very best I can with it. Maybe I'll rest a little bit, have a little bit of coffee, a hug and a handshake from a distance. Yeah, maybe I'll ask how they're doing. That's good. Number 3, if life is good, life also just is what it is. That means life is good and this hurricane can be painful. Life is good and poverty can be something that's not pleasant and that I'm going to make the choice to work against. Life just is. It's all these things and it's good. So what can we do with all of this? Where do we go from here? What? Do you know? Dramatic pause. Is he just sipping water? Or does he not know what's coming next? Oh, yeah. You wake up. You roll out of bed. Maybe you brush your teeth. Maybe you don't. I'm just saying. You pet the cat. You hobble downstairs. I'm old enough to hobble now, by the way. You hobble downstairs. You eat some breakfast. You get in the car. There's traffic, but there's a podcast. There's honking. Bless you. You go to work. You go through your day. You come home. You hug your children. You smack them upside the head. Because it's not good or bad. It's just a smack. You have dinner. You sit on the couch. You go to bed. And you do it again. Beautiful, perfect monotony. Beautiful, perfect life. Always good. But within that goodness, so many different things to experience. So here's what I want you to do. I'd like for you to take a little from my mother. She has a lot. Take some. No matter what's going on in your life, when you get to that point where you feel like you're about to break, pause and say, life is good. And then move into it. Make a choice. Check your thoughts. Look at the world and do the best you can. But remember, underneath it all, there's something deep within you. The reason life is good, the reason it resonates is because there's something within you, deep within you, that's saying, yes. So remember, there's something rejoicing within you and around you with every experience, with every little bit of pleasure and every little bit of pain. There's something within you rejoicing. So when you say those lines, life is good, allow it to sink, get into that place, and then move through the monotony of your day with the pleasure and the pain and all of the wonderful things that come with life. Let's pray for a minute. Yeah, I was going to wait for the piano. In this moment of moments, I am thankful for the one that I get to speak on behalf of. I'm thankful for the resonance of life is good, even when it just doesn't feel good, even when I don't think it's good. I'm thankful for the resonance that it is good, that there's something beneficial to every single one of my experiences. There's something beneficial to every corner of life, from the smallest to the largest. Everything in between is serving the greater good and the greater God. And I get to be a part of that. And you get to be a part of that, and what an amazing thing it is. So today I choose. I make a choice. I make a choice to think good thoughts when I can and to do good things when I can. I make a choice to take care of myself and those around me. I make a choice to leave the world better than I found it. But I also know that beneath it all, it's just good. So help us today to make good choices. Help us today to have good thoughts. Help us today to contribute to this beautiful, ugly world we live in. But most importantly, help us to recognize that it is always good, and there's nothing we can do to change that. Thank you for all things, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you so very much, Andy and Cindy. Beautiful, beautiful message. Thank you so very much. Loved it. It's now time for our conscious giving. The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living is sustained by the giving of our time, talent, and treasure. And this is the time every week when we offer our financial support to assist this community to continue to be a beacon of light and love and warmth in the Greater Triangle area. Together we affirm the truth that this offering really lifts this spiritual community, prospers the one giving, and adds to the energy of sufficiency on the planet. There are several ways that you can give. They're on the screen here. Visit our website at www.trianglecsl.org. You can text the word GIVE using the following number, 919-230-8445. Or you can mail your gift to our office at PO Box 4062, Cary, North Carolina 27519. So I just invite everyone right now, either here in the room or at home, to take your gift, place it against your heart, and with an affirmation, perhaps for yourself or for the community, and repeat our offering affirmation in a call and response. I live in an abundant universe that blesses and prospers my life. I give with gratitude, knowing that God is my source. And so it is. Amen. Thank you all so very much for your generosity. And now please be generous in our warm welcome of Cindy back to her piano.
Thank you. Don't get so busy that you miss giving just a little kiss to the ones you love. Give them just a little smile. A little is enough. How many people are crying? People are dying. How many people are asking for love? So don't save it all for Christmas Day. Find a way to give a little love every day. Don't save it all for Christmas Day. Find your way, 'cause holidays are come and gone, but love lives on if you give on. Love. How could you wait another minute? A hug is warmer when you're in it. And baby, that's a fact. Saying I love you's always better. Seasons, reasons, they don't matter. So don't hold back. in this world, ungrateful in this world. How many people are praying for love? So don't save it all for Christmas Day. Find a way to give a little love every day. Don't save it all for Christmas Day. Find your way, 'cause holidays have come and gone, but love lives on if you give on. Love, let all the children know everywhere that they go, their whole life long, let them know love. Don't save it all for Christmas Day. Find a way to give a little love every day. Don't save it all for Christmas Day. Find your way. Everyone, everyone, don't save it all for Christmas Day. Find your way, 'cause holidays have come and gone. Love lives on if you give on. Love, love, love.
If you are experiencing something in your life and you just cannot get to where you know the truth in that, we would love to do that for you. Please send your prayer requests by going to our website at trianglecsl.org, and on the home page there's a button in the upper right hand corner. Click on that button and fill in the request form, and we'll get that prayer and send it out to all the ministers and practitioners knowing that truth for you. If you would like to help provide flowers to our Sunday services, along with a dedication or not, please send an email to info@trianglecsl.org or to Reverend Dusty at dustyripplemeyer@yahoo.com. The starting date for the Roots class has changed. We moved it from starting in December to starting in January now. So it will start January 9th. The course provides an understanding of the historical roots in America of Ernest Holmes' philosophy. Specific emphasis is given to the works of Thomas Troward, Emma Curtis Hopkins, and Ralph Waldo Emerson. This is a CSL certified class and required for practitioner training, and you must have completed foundations to take it as well. The class is $245, and we have payment plans available. We would love to have you join us for this class. It is the holidays, y'all. We have wonderful services coming up because of Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve falling on Sundays. We will be having evening services only. Please don't come in the morning. We won't be here. So Christmas Eve, we have a special service with inspirational music, message, candle lighting, and prayer. We're going to have a potluck hors d'oeuvre and dessert reception before the evening, so please come in for that wonderful fellowship. That'll start at 5:30, go to 7, and the service starts at 7. Please bring a dish or dessert to share, and if you're going to do that or if you're attending the night, just shoot us an email so we can prepare. And if you don't know exactly what you're bringing, just, let me know when you know, or don't. Just bring it. We're good. It's all good. And then for New Year's Eve, we will be here as well. We'll have a special evening of inspirational message, meditation, music, and ritual as we say goodbye to 2023 and usher in 2024. That evening will begin at 7 p.m. and we'll get you out in time to go and have festivities somewhere else or get home and put your PJs on for the ringing in of the new year. And then on New Year's Day, we are having our annual Visioning and Vision Board Workshop, one of my favorite activities to kick off the new year. Be prepared to download your highest and best idea for 2024. You can start now by gathering up some magazines to use in the process to build your vision board. We're providing the rest of the materials, and please RSVP for us to let us know how many will be attending. Love donations will be accepted, and we will be grateful for that as well. That will begin at 12 o'clock. Visioning starts at 12, yeah. And I believe we're planning on going till about 4, yeah. And you're welcome to bring a lunch or something for you that day. Now, here at 4 Points and in the comfort of your home, please stand for our December affirmations. This is a call and response, so please repeat it with meaning. I am made in the image and likeness of the divine. There is a spark of pure light at the center of my being. There is a vision of love and wholeness deep within me, an intuitive sense of my oneness with God. I know that this is not only the truth of my being, but the truth of all sentient beings on the planet. When God thought each of us into being, it poured its complete goodness into everyone with no exceptions. My awareness of my oneness with everything and everyone inspires and guides me in all of my experiences. Today, I choose to feel blessed, to be a blessing for others, and to allow wholeness to be the lens through which I view my life and the world. Through this lens, I envision a world that works for everyone. And so it is. Woo! That was powerful. Thank you. You may be seated. Oh, now please turn within once again as I speak a word of gratitude for this wonderful service. So grateful right now for the palpable love that's in this room, for all the reminders from that wonderful meditation, through Andy's talk, through those powerful affirmations. So grateful to know in this moment that life is good. Grateful for each person that had any part in today's service, all of those here at 4 Points, all of those watching live at home, all of those that will watch this service in the future. For Reverend Andy, for Reverend Dusty, for Michelle and Ava. So grateful for this community, for the work that we do in this world. So grateful to know the truth of each one of us, that we are all one, that we are all good. Grateful for each of these truths, grateful to know this truth for our community and for the world. And so it is.
so very much for everything. Reverend Andy, Cindy, beautiful service today. It is. Life is good. Life is good. So choose that and then go out and make all of your experiences even better from that space. I love you all. Have a great week.